Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So this has just come out today by GQ. Netflix retroactively editing Stranger Things is the beginning of a dangerous TV trend. Well, this has actually been going on for a while. They have been doing, or people have been doing selective editing to digital and streaming works for a long time. It's because they don't want to be seen as negative. But anyway, the main focus of this is with the Stranger Things creators making a habit of tweaking old episodes on Netflix, do unsavory character traits really need to be retconned? Honestly, no, they don't. They help, or if the character had those kind of traits before and do not now, it actually goes to promote character growth and maturity, you see. But to give you the specific example of what they were doing, our viewers who still have physical copies of Stranger Things Season 1 noticed something odd having gone back to rewatch on Netflix. A scene wherein one-time weirdo Jonathan Byers, Charlie Heaton's character, takes spying lewd snaps of now lover Nancy Natalia Dyer from a bush has been erased on the platform. Because I also went back and I actually kind of noticed that those were gone. I actually have been rewatching the Stranger Things on Netflix. I watched it back when it was a few months old, and then I was hooked. And one thing I noticed was Jonathan Byers was snapping those pics. Now they're gone. That scene has been erased. And it's not the first time the Duffers have gone back to the cutting room. In an interview with Variety earlier in June, the sibling directorial duo confirmed plans to George Lucas or retrospectively edit as has been a Star Wars progenitor's unpopular bent with later editions of the original franchise trilogy. A moment in Stranger Things 2, owing to a fan-identified plot hole, is a simple mistake of an expensive series costing $30 million an episode. Really, the creative team set an episode of Stranger Things 4 on March 22nd, forgetting that it had been established as Will Byers' Noah Snap's birthday in the earlier season. The error is mostly anodyne, singular offensive to the most handwriting of pedants. It's giving genius at work. And certainly not something that needs to be fixed after the fact. The given reason for the tweak? They didn't want fans to feel sad or to be mad at them for their negligence. Confirmation was given to Variety later that month, editing a continuity error after the fact while allowing for the laziness that now pervades the gaming industry by way of figurative TV patches would be fairly innocuous, if not for the implied slippery slope. No one can ever convince me, a rational person, that anyone aside from a subset of weirdos online would actually care. But hey, said tweaks bode no dramatic change. Actually, it does. And if this wasn't a news story, the vast majority of viewers simply wouldn't notice. Season 1 came out 6 years ago, after all. It's not as though most watchers are tracing back character beats like archives for Ancestry.com, as much as I'm sure the Duffers would like to think the Kool-Aid has been more widely sampled. Whatever the case, the nuking of a scene once considered pivotal to character development, indeed, Jonathan's aforementioned peeping Tom moment reeks of wimpish laziness. This really shouldn't need to be said if the maker can still go back and tweak details because of changing real-world political temperatures or evolving dramatic arcs as well, or as was obviously the case here. Fuck human infallibility. We don't want our protagonist to be a creep. Well, here's the thing. He's no longer a creep. He grew out of that phase. That means he got more mature. So what the hell is anybody freaking complaining about? It's fucking fiction, folks. What's the point? As people are in real life, characters should be complex, organic beings with as many virtues as creepy foibles. An industrious author might be spurred rather than tweaking the existing object to address it in a later script. Here's the Streisand effect in action, no less, because now I'm wondering why they neglected to address it in earlier on the page. Jonathan and Nancy have been together in the show since season 2. And now we're heading towards season 5, which they're saying is coming out in 2 years or something, which kind of sucks. Nevertheless, how dismaying is it that a creator should be so willing to delete a sliver of complexity because it feels a touch uncomfortable in retrospect? A show like Stranger Things, the most highly watched series on Netflix in the English language, boasts huge cultural cachet. If the Duffers are doing it, who's to say that other creators won't? Well, we already know that other creators have. One day patches might make or become as commonplace in screen media as they are in video games. And that is a truly worrying precedent for consumers and the integrity of art alike. Yes, they do change things in video games that are downloadable content and whatnot. They've changed things from like Call of Duty games because people they were so offended by cultural insensitivity and whatnot, which is bullshit. Or if I was a gaming developer, I wouldn't have cared. It's like, this is a game, this is fiction, too fucking bad what your thoughts are. I don't care. And it looks like we got a thing here. Sorry about that. But yeah, folks, it just goes to show that this is a very slippery slope. If one or two people whine loudly enough at a show like Stranger Things or like any other show that they don't like, that they think is, it's so inappropriate and it needs to reflect today's time, even when it took place years before, like in the 80s, they changed the whole dynamic with the whole cigarette smoking thing. In season 3, you don't see Hopper or Joyce smoking, or in season 4 for that matter, because they said, we got to be more reflective of today's time. No, you don't. You need to keep it 80s accurate. Smoking was the thing back then. They didn't start becoming more health-wise or health-aware about smoking until the 90s. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to touch on this, let y'all know that the Duffers are doing some sneaky-handed shit, and so is Netflix. So this iterates the importance of getting physical media and why it is necessary. Anyway, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this news? What do you think of these choices? And what do you think they should do? Do you think that they should start selectively editing things if one or two people start screaming about it? Or do you think that they should leave it alone because it helps with character development? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.